Okay. Uh, Thank you for attending this workshop. I think we can start. It's 11 now, sharp. My name, as you know, is Mutamed Ayyash. I am associate professor in food science in Department of Food Science. I've been like giving a couple of lecture a few years ago and even last year before for graduate student. This time, the workshop is talking about the how to write a thesis proposal. It can apply with the master and PhD. However, with a few differences, as you know, in the master level, different than a little bit in the PhD level. We try to cover both, um, but still always please keep in mind that there is a few differences. Also, the differences applies from area to area. There is a huge actually styling, formatting, and even the concept itself for the proposal between different area of research, science, um, different than humanities, than medicine. Yet there is still, we can say, basic concepts shared in between a proposal. These concepts should not limit you when you prepare the proposal, please. Before I start, I would like to hear from you all, guys, what you expecting from this proposal, from this workshop. Can I hear just a quick thoughts from you? Can you tell me, or even writing? I don't know if you write, if you're able to write in the chatting. What
If
you
you
expect from this?
if you guys want to write in the chat, I'll read it out loud, or you can raise your hand and I'll unmute your mic so you can share your thoughts. Guys, anyone?
It seems people they are attending, but they are not too much.
Yeah, we have
We have 11, yeah,
now
14 actually.
14. Yeah.
Yes, they are 14.
Someone said the main things that must be included in our proposal.
No worries.
Some
I will read that. So, yani,
Yeah,
thank you for. I really appreciate it. So I will read that loudly for the other to hear. So
perfect.
the first one, the main things that must be included in our proposal, the main things, all right? So you mean the structure, I can say it in other words, the structure of a proposal, what we need to add. Najwa, guidelines followed to write the proposal, guideline for the proposal, which is going to be very, very simple, especially if you follow this, the guideline from graduate studies. Also, okay. Um, okay, let's try to see. Go through the. It's not. First of all, please. This is not a lecture, so it's not a terms of one-way traffic. I'm talking and you are just listening. I need you to interact. Stop me anytime. Talk, ask. Especially if you ask during while I'm talking, please unmute your mic and talk. All right, because you are here to not listen a lecture. I'm not gonna to give you an exam at the end. It's not a course. So kindly, it's something that you should get benefit out of it. Okay, keeping silent or just passing the slide one by slide is not gonna really to help you. So the main actually of the workshop to really get out of benefits, all right, when you go and write your proposals. So the main things is to get the benefit, not just to listen for or to just make an attendance. So no one will ask you about attendance or give you an example about this workshop. Okay, so as a start, let's say for sake of starting, so I'll keep the chat on. If you have any question, you can write it, or as I said, just mute and talk about the immediately. I didn't make the presentation is very simple as much as I can. This is my style. in order to more having some practical things, and that's why I'm opening this this window, or this Chrome window, right? Because we're gonna to need it from time to time. And for the proposal and more about, let's say, the template and what is the guideline, even this people, you can find it easily in the website, and I will show you where to find it, because it's the university has each university has its own guideline. Each university has even the styling, the structuring. Sometimes they provide you with the structure, as UAE University providing some structure, which is somehow we going through it, all right, because we don't want it to go with a different structure, because you are now a student at UAE University. So I think more practical to talk about the structure which is applied in UAE, because at the end you're going to submit it in UAE, you're going to discuss it within UAE, and then it should be aligned with the styling and with the frame actually in UAE University. So we're going to start for this workshop. It will be in main three things. First, selection the topic. This is, by the way, selection the topic. It's something is very important at the beginning, and some people, they actually struggling how to select the topic, where to find it, what the tool can I use. Okay. Second, it will be about how and when to start with the proposal. Okay. And lastly, we will talk about the proposal structure. So the proposal structure, which is more or less covering some few of these questions that I saw already or read already in the chat. But let's start with the first one, which is topic selection. Topic selection, guys, it's actually can be done by different means, different area. I put a few thoughts in here. Okay, still you might think that there is more something else. Please share it with me. The first thing, if you can, if we for selection topic, I mean, we have three, at least we know two main things. You either the topic itself of your thesis that you're gonna to build the proposal on it. It's something that you make it from your personal reading or personal interest, or you came, for example, if you are a PhD, you probably bring it from your master. The thing is, sometimes it's hard for the master student to select their topic or to find out what's their topic, and whether the topic is nice or not nice, interesting or not interesting. Okay, because they don't have really strong background on research. So they, in the master, usually they highly depend on their supervisor, and that's why I'm saying the supervisor research field. Sometimes if you select the supervisor, more or less you're gonna to work on an area of his research topic. Nonetheless, still, and please feel confident to select your topic, to defend about your topic. Selection the topic in here, this is very important, because it's not just a matter of I wanted to or I like or I love. All right. That's why you need to make a readings, all right, using the tools, the scientific tools, which is going to help you, okay, to build your personal thoughts, your personal interest. Okay. I wanted to work, if you say, for example, in economy and in finance and market sharing, or in medicine, in certain disease, you are interested with a certain disease. I wanted to dig more in that area. Okay, you need, before you decide the topic, the final topic, because in each topic you have many under the same topic, you're gonna to find a lot of subheadings, subtopics itself. You know, the current situation, guys, it's totally I mean, it's totally away from a generalization. It's more about very specific become. Okay, so in each field you have a very sub specialization and then sub specializations. So in order to really select a proper topic and a proper area, okay, for your research, okay, You need really to do a lot of search, a lot of readings. As you know, we have different search area, that is a UAE or different search engine, not Google, right? I don't really recommend Google in order for selecting the topic. I recommend you to go with the scientific research engines. One of the best of them, as you can see, I'm trying to reach that, which is in the database. You can go with the Scopus. Why I'm recommending Scopus, and there is many other than Scopus, definitely. I know that there is Wiley, there is a different search engine, but Scopus is actually one of the, I can say it, one of the comprehensive search engine that when you do search on a Scopus, okay, you definitely gonna to cover the most of the journal, even they are not included in Scopus, okay? So even journal from Wiley, it is here, Wiley Online. You will, I mean, when you do the search, if you, for example, doing a search on, I'm definitely gonna see a lot of example about, I mean, searching examples, all right, from food science as my background, but still, it's applied to many, okay? If I click on search, and then you will find here, I'll find around 33,000 article document. If you look to the journal, which is under the sources, the journal in here, not all of them, they are with the Scopus. I mean, they are under controlling of Scopus. Some of them, they are with the Wiley, some of them with MBD, okay, publisher, MBD publisher, we all probably heard about it. So the thing is, the good tool with the Scopus that is more comprehensive compared if you search, for example, in a specific other search engines like Wiley, for example, Springer. Okay, so you don't really cover most of the journal, and then you might lose some resources that is gonna to help you to build up your topic. Okay, so in other words, these search engines, not to tell you what is the topic, is gonna to help you to collect article, recent especially article, as you see, is already here. It is, I mean, ordered according to the year of publication. Now we have starting to see 2021 in that topic, which is the cheese. Also, guys, one of the very nice, actually, let's say, approach, if you wanted to read, for example, I wanted to make a search in a certain area, finance, social sciences, science, okay, and chemistry, in physics, in any field, in math, okay, in IT, computer, whatever, all these, this interesting area. If you select a keyword, okay, and you start with that keyword, okay, for example, in here, I'm starting with the cheese as a keyword. You can also limit the search by choosing, for example, article title, which means I'm asking the Google, the Scopus, to show me only the article that contain a word of cheese in the title, which, in other words, is indicator for me that each article will appear in that search, all right? It will be very, very relevant to my search topic, okay? If you look now in each title, okay, as long the word I put the keyword and that keyword appear in every title, definitely that article will be very close and very relevant to my research or search topic. Okay. Now, if I'm sure that this is the right keyword, okay, this is the right keyword that I selected to select my topic, then I can now, as I said, one of the good approach to go and search for the reviews in that area. All right, the review in that area, and here in Scopus, it can help you to do that by selecting on document type. You can see the review in here, okay, and then if you click on the review, there is 426 reviews, on that area, right? And these all review. Now, what is the purpose of review? Review, whoever done the review article, he already did a favor for you that he collected most of the article published in that specific area related to the keyword, that your keywords, you selected keyword. And then he made a nice article for you, you're reviewing, revising the probably at least 100 or 50 or 60 articles. So definitely he will provide you with a bunch of information, comprehensive information rather than specific, a very specific article related to a specific experiment, okay? Then from there, from that review, you can then get, if you click in here, I click now, okay, now I can see the article themselves or the reviews. So all here, all these now in front of us, they are review articles, contain a word of cheese in each title. As you can see, this is a cheese, this is a cheese, this is a cheese, and so on and so on and so on. But all of them, they are reviews. So all of them, they have a comprehensive information, might be related. Definitely, as I said, it's not just simple like that, because you're gonna to select more than keyword in your research area, I hope if someone can really from you tell me a research area that he interested with, a keyword, one or two keywords, can really take it as an example rather than cheese. Can anyone? Microbiome. Okay, let's see microbiome. So this is, let me go back, okay. Microbiome. Okay, if I make it like in general, which is title, abstract, and keywords, all right? So I'm getting around 46,000 article. If I wanted to limit the search mainly to microbiome, I'll go back, and then I'll just select article title. Let's see now. It's gonna to decrease to 12. That's mean now, according to your keyword, it's more that I'm very close. Now, each article in here, they contain a microbiome word in the title. And based on that, I'm having now around 12,000 review if I wanted to have a general idea about the topic, okay? So this is one. All right. So these are review article in microbiome, definitely from different perspective, from different fields, because microbiome is actually a wide and very big area that many people can interfere, even people from engineering, from electrical engineer, from medicine, even from social sciences as well. It's a huge and big area actually that they can enter. The other one suggested by Mutamed Ashraf, I think, in talking about nanoparticle. Okay. So nanoparticle as also is a big, huge area. Nanoparticle, adding a nanoparticle in the title, I got 200,080. All right. So I'm expecting reviews to be a huge number, which is 8,000 now. Okay. So this is one of the tool, guys. Now there is a nice tool as well, which is provided again by Scopus, okay? Something called Sizeville here. You can all see it, Sizeville, all right? In order to access the Sizeville, you need to create your own username and password, okay, because I did, it's already under my name, okay. So in order to start working with Sizevale, all right, you need to create a username, credential access, and then you can enter. When you actually access and enter to the Sizevale, it's gonna, this is a very nice tool in order to have an idea, some measurements about your topic area, okay, and even comparison about some topics and where is the really interest going on, how the world going on about that topic, okay. It's going to give you some indicators actually that you can use to judge on your research topic, whether the research topic can be really interesting to go ahead with it, right? Or maybe to switch a little bit, change. This is, guys, by the way, in case that you don't have an agreement between you and your supervisor about the topic. Because sometimes the supervisor have already a research topic or fund or grant, and you agree to work on that, and you are interested with that topic, so it's done. The problem is solved. The research topic itself is being solved, and the area. Sometimes you coming and the supervisor not really specify for you an area of research, but you know his, you wanted to work with a specific supervisor, you know his research area, and might be helping you, this Sizevale, to search for a research topic that currently among interest. So if we click on overview, and this is, as I said, a very nice tool. Now you'll see some nice area, okay, that we can use. For example, usually when you click an overview, I think, because I'm using that from time to time. So, okay. Usually you will find out, or you will get a window like this. So what is actually the story? If you can see here, this is this Sizevale. It's for you now. Is giving me information about United Arab Emirates University in general, how they perform in research. For example, in United Arab Emirates University currently, and this is from here, as you can see it, from 2015 to more than 2020, all right? So in all area of research, in general, the performance, that there is 5,900 scholarly output. Scholarly output, guys, is not just only publication, it might include as well articles, review articles, chapters, books, all right, patency, and so on. So it's not just only an article. And this green button, it shows, that means that there's increase from 2015 along to 2020. The author number of authors related to the 5,900, there are 2,900 authors, all right? The field citation impact, and this is shows really the importance, which is the citation, all right? The impact of citation as 1.7, all right? Total citation of the 5,900 is around 63 citation. Whenever the citation increase, that means increase. Now, look to the research topic. I mean, these 5,900 are distributed among these topics. You can see medicine is taking the major part as 11%, okay? Chemical engineering in general, engineering without specification. Agriculture and biological is account like 3.8%. Now, I can as well look in here. This is again, guys, is data is for area of, in the institution of UAE University. You can have a look. For example, the major topics in the topic cluster in UAE, all right, as a publication, as for me, like have 119 publication, right? As I said, it's not just only article, is wireless sensor network, which means it seems the people in the IT and engineering, they're more contributing to the number of publication. And then a quantitative structure activity, okay, these are cluster, electrical power, another structure, fractional and order derivatives, heat transfers area. I can even dig more to see the area of so this is will give me somehow an idea about the main research topics, for example, that really active in publication, really active in publication. So we just enlarge more insulin and diabetes, work, personality. Again, these articles and these data for from 2015 to 2020, not the whole publication in UA University. All right. Obesity, clouding, cheese and casein, we have 38 as well. So it's among now, and this is whether it is increasing or decreasing, right? The amount of increase or decrease in general. I can, for example, add in this here group, I can add, for example, more institution, okay? I can even make that comparison only with the, for example, the topic itself. So I can add any topic, let's say, what topics you are, guys? I need topics from different food science. Can you write in the chat, please? Biosolids, okay. Biosolid and GABA receptors. Let's see, biosolids. See, even I mean, the system itself or the website will give me some suggested area. Okay, let's select the first one as biosolids. All right, let's see. I mean, worldwide, the publication again from 2015 to 2020. It is good to make that range as a recent, to show some recent. So in worldwide, there is around 361 publication. To me, as probably an expert not in that area, but in general, looking to this number, which is very low number, it seems it seems a new area. It could be. This is a good probably indicator. In the Middle East itself, as a region where the United Arab Emirates is around 52. In United Arab, so far, there's zero publication coming from United in the whole. I'm talking the whole country. There is zero publication. In United Arab University itself, as a university at particular level, it is again zero. Now I need to see the word, for example, under the biosolids. I need to see what is the title of publication, and here we're gonna to help you somehow, all right, to build an idea what could be my research topic. So let's see the published, all right, in the published, and let's see the. I think if you'd. Here, if I click in here, for example, worldwide publication, it will show me what is the, in general, what is the, but here the arrangement, by the way, by citation. You can see the order according to citation. If I want to order based on year, I need to see, I mean, the recent article, what's in that published in the, under the biosolid, sewage sludge, and compositing, all right? Definitely sometime that cluster might not really reflecting or on that area. So you want to, from time to adopt your search in that size veil in order to be more closer as much as you can. So you can see from the title in here, I think Fatima, she suggested the biosolids. You can see some article title, all right, where it's going to give you an idea where is the research trend going on, all right? If you wanted to have a general idea about the topic, you can order the article based on the citation. So I think this first one was a critical review. So this is most likely is a review paper. Will definitely give you an idea about what is that biosolids, what they use it, what could be the benefit, the application, and so on and so on. If you wanted to know more about the recent article in that area, so I prefer to order them based on the year, and then I go slowly reading this article, reading the titles. I might get with the article that very close to my area, very close probably to what I'm looking for. So you can see even the trends where the research going in that cluster. Again, it's not only biosolids, it's more clustering. Okay. Is that, guys, can you tell me, is that really, did you really get what I'm talking about? Walid, yes, definitely. You can read the article. If you click on the article here, for example, the number of the article, all right, you can just click to view in Scopus, and then it will take you to Scopus, which is the university register with the Scopus, and here's the article. Okay, so this is here the article, and you can open it. You can, for example, if you they call it the best thing actually, if you wanted to read an article, to click at view at publisher. So it will take you, because guys, by the way, Scopus is a big, as you know, is a big publisher and contain a lot of journal. Not all the journals UAE University are registered with them, so not all of them they're going to be available. In some cases, also very old article might not be available as well online. But in most of the recent, I believe most of the journals as well are registered, and UAE University users, they have an access to this article. In case you couldn't find it and you think it's really important, you need that article, it's very critical and very related to your topic, you can ask the library will get it for you. If you see an icon like this, download PDF, definitely, that means you can access it and you can see it. I think from here, you can see the article is the full information is available. Okay. Any other questions so far with this? So with the selection topic, so I believe it's worth for anyone did not really have the topic and the clear topic, and you want to even some time to assess your topic. You have the topic, but you want to see whether there is people publishing in that topic. There is really a lot of people working in that. I need to sometime, you wanted to know the names. By the way, this this website could help you probably if you have something in your topic and you wanted to measure it, but you don't have the machine, you don't have the tool to do that, and you cannot buy it. It's very expensive. It's very, you can find out who's doing almost similar work, all right, and could be a potential for collaboration, to build a collaboration with him. That, okay, we wanted to collaborate with you and we wanted to send you some sample. Definitely, guys, you don't do that alone. You do that, especially I'm talking with collaboration. This is just as trying to open your mind. It doesn't mean you do it alone. You should do it in consultation with your supervisor. You go with your supervisor in every single step, please. This is very important, especially when you make the relation between you and your supervisor. From this, I can see the names, you can see the people, even the university here, the institution working in that area, still under we are biosolids, and the region is Middle Eastern. You can see the company, the country, university countries who's working in that area. So there could be a potential for you for collaboration that you asking, for example, if you have a sample and the sample needs a specific measurement, that measurement might be not available. You can probably go there and do the analysis, or the people there, they can help you to do the analysis. So I will finish with this about the selection topic. I hope it was really giving you some benefits about how to select the topic, to find out who's working in the same area, same topic, all right? Whether there is a lot of publication in that area or not, whether there is, as I said, this is one of the, I believe is a good example, not much publication in the area. If I change it, for example, just to give you an example, if I change it for food and consumer, all right? Just change the topic now. You can see the number on the word is 14,000. You can see the area is different, and that one, you see in United Arab University, I can find 4 articles in there, or 4 publication, okay? Or in United Arab Emirates as a country is 18 publication, is still not much. In Middle East 300, but on the world there is a huge number of publication in that area. That shows that the area is not really new, but then you need to dig more to find out your area under specific, more specific area, more specific topics. All right, this is just an example here. You can see the article and the title, this most cited one. I think they select the top 5 publication in the area of food, consumer, and farmers. All right. So I will go now to the slides. So first selection topic, it could be personal interest, reading, but please not just only based on like or dislike. You need to build up your readings, all right? Go search for the science using the scientific search engines to really have an idea whether this is an area really worth for publication or not. Guys, keep in mind, always when we try to build the proposal, there is other dimensions that you have to consider it as well. For example, capabilities, whether the university has, that you are university, you cannot actually build your research, all right, total major amount of research based on facilities on other university. This is not at all recommended or a good strategy to make that. You should build it based on the budget and capabilities, facilities available in your department or in the university itself, not necessarily only the department. The whole university can still have an access, but building that based on total major work will be done outside the university is not good strategy. It's make your life not easy. Then before you go with the topic itself and you say, okay, I wanted to search in that topic and I wanted to build the proposal in that topic, then you will find yourself in a position that, oh, I cannot do it, or there is a lot of limitation, not easy to access facilities in the other university. It seems then it will make you, then that means you're gonna probably face a lot of problem, a lot of issues. So keep not just only the topic and how it is nice and how it is really important, also capabilities, budget, facilities available at the university. Okay, this is also very important. Now, how to start and what could be main content of the proposal? There is definitely structure for the proposal, but I believe in here in this slide, I try to just minimize the important things that should really be appeared and clearly listed in the proposal when you prepare the proposal. Okay. First of all, you need to really tell what is really the hypothesis and what is the foundation, or you can say it also the justification. And I have a very important comment. When you guys think about the proposal, you also think exactly the same because this is definitely will be reflected in your thesis. So when you are building your proposal, your eyes and your think also, you look to the thesis because it will be reflected and it has a great connection between both of them. So what is exactly your, when we say hypothesis, almost you're saying the aim. When you started to say about what I'm really, what I'm trying to, what is the aim of my project? What is my project all about? And then here you build your hypothesis as the hypothesis. So in the research, in the proposal, you need to tell the reader, anyone, the examiner especially, all right, what is the hypothesis and what you are actually the main problem, all right, and also the justification. Because as I said, again, the justification will come from what? From comparing your aim or comparing your project with the previous work. Whether your work is different, okay? So the justification, guys, came by different means. Either your area or your aim, the project is totally new. So this is one of the justification, is novel, okay? No one touched that area. Secondly, justification that yes, there is some article or some people, they work in the same area, but my project, it will be from different angle, from different dimension. I'm doing some differences. So justification and novelty are really important to be clear in the proposal. The examiners who are gonna to read, not just only your supervisor, because definitely you will build the proposal with your supervisor, but that proposal will go to the examiners who will really assess whether that really topic interest of the topic. Sometimes, as I said, the idea is being touched in several way and different way, but you're gonna to come to that area, all right, in different angle. And this is, I remember I have many friends from the physics. This is happening with them a lot. That yes, the concept or sometime the area of research is being really examined and assessed in different way, different countries. But he has now a different perspective, a different angle looking to the same area. This is again justification, is very important justification. Secondly, you need also to look to the design and method, okay, and the timeline. These are, guys, four important elements in the proposal, has to be clear. There's other elements as well. Again, please, I'm not building this workshop to tell you what exactly to write in the proposal, because as I told you, if you go to the university, okay, here, I think if we just go to the portal, all right? So I will just look into my portal, UAE portal. I think if you probably somehow or another you have the same, I will go with the colleges, not department. Okay, graduate studies. In the graduate study, you will see in the left side that there is forms and guidelines. If I think, click on the student one, you will see here guideline for preparing a research proposal for your thesis. If you just click, here's the guideline. Simple, okay? It's very simple. But now I'm trying to give you a very practical, more than theoretical, guys, more than a philosophy. I'm trying to give you what is really to be appeared in a proposal. What even you write all the structure, a nice structure, and very nice wording, all right? Each examiner still will look for the main four elements. He needs to see justification. He needs to see clear aim, which is related to the hypothesis. Justification, and you can say here as well, you can say novelty, okay, of your work. What is the novelty by comparison with the previous? And here where you can find the literature review will help you a lot. But how to really design that literature review, not just listing an article or publication is being done on the same area. You need to list it in the to make it in a flow to show the hypothesis. We'll come to that one. All right, the design, the timeline, they are really very important in order to talk about or to prepare your proposal. Now, something important when you prepare your proposal, I mentioned it quite a few times before. You wanted to think about the examiner. So how the examiner thinking, all right, and you need to address the proposal accordingly. Although the university have the structure, guys, this structure, please don't make that structure limit you from inventing or limit you from make your own or change some changes. Not necessarily stuck exactly with it. Yes, there is main, as I said again, this guideline, all right, this guideline provide you with main elements that university expected from you to provide, okay, either at the master level or the PhD level. Nonetheless, under each element, you can have a space, a big space actually, to make your own value, your own addition, okay? You can still make some main changes based on your area, because probably your area does not have, for example, a clear problem of statement or something like exactly like they worded in here. Yet, these are indicator for you. For example, the problem of statement is something called, it's more or less about justification and novelty. It's more or less about justification and novelty. It's more here, the research objectives. It's more about the aim. This is, you don't expect a research is being done without an aim, without a real target or goal, all right? This is very important. And that goal based on the previous justification, novelty, and a problem statement. So that's why it's really, these elements still, you have under that one, you have your own touch, okay? And that touch should be very aligned to your area. Okay, that's why it's really nice that each one of you, when you prepare a proposal, not just to prepare it as a blind, try to find some of the example in your same area, okay, in order to have a good idea about some more styling related to your research area. You find the medicine people different than the social sciences, than the education, than the IT. Okay, here it's a big so you will not find almost always the same same styling in all colleges under all different areas. So again, think about the examiner, how they think, and when they look to your proposal, what they're gonna to look. I believe as an examiner, and I've done this before, I first think I wanted to see whether this person, all right, really had a good knowledge about the topic. You expect your proposal guys to go to an expert people in the field. So you expect him to be updated, to be expect him or her, sorry, to be updated. So that person, whoever that person, you need really to be convinced that the proposal, the person who write that proposal really did a very good search, all right, on in the about the topic, and he's really all right. The person who wrote the proposal, the examiner will be convinced once he see that, for example, there is a recent article, there is a comprehensive revision about the topic. Okay, definitely, I'm not saying that you have to write every single article or every single reference to write it in the proposal. This is again a proposal, and you can see from here, all right, there is limited pages. As you can see, yes, you can't write everything, I'm sure. I agree with you if this is coming to your mind. Nonetheless, the in your writing, you should give the feeling that, look, I know what is already been done in that area, and most of it, I'm not saying all of it, in most of it, and this is, but then this is not necessarily that you have to cite all the references, all the articles. This is, you will do it definitely in the thesis, when you write your thesis in literature review. Okay, in the part, it will be going to expand. Here, the literature review to convince the examiner that, yes, I know about the article, and then you're going to tell him about the problems or the issues, all right, to show him about the what I'm saying, that you really know about the specific area, that there is a problem, there's specific issue, all right. Not necessarily issue, by the way, sometimes it's advancement, that there is no issue, there is no really a big problem what's happening currently, but we have another suggestion. That means something called as the development. Yes, it's fine, but you wanted to show it clearly to the examiner, all right? The examiner need really to see some flow in the ideas. So when you're writing a proposal, please, you have a very limited pages, limited words. You don't want to jump from idea to idea by jumping by sudden. So you need to have some flow. You need to see the paragraphs, they have some flow. Now, a last thing and very important thing, whether there is a clear aim and a clear design in the proposal, all right? This is really very important, that the aim and the design, also together with the justification, okay, and the questions, are really addressed in the proposal. There is always something missing sometime in the proposal. You will never find the proposal as complete and full, without any flaws, without any problem. But I cannot imagine I'm reading a proposal that did not really clearly tell me what is the aim, and did not really have a very clear, at least to some, like 70-80% about the design, what they're going to do, how they will do it, what is the phases in that project. Okay, yes, sometimes the project, I know that sometimes the phase, all right, phase one, the result, based on the result in phase one, you're gonna probably to decide about phase two, but does not make you at least completely blind. At least you have a design, so you know what's gonna to, how you're gonna to move with your project. That, okay, based on the result in the phase one, all right, either I will go this way or I will go the other way. You need to show it. One of the nice way, guys, for the design, I like it for the design to have some sort, a little bit of diagram, flow chart. It's really simplify even if you have a very complicated, I know sometimes there's a lot of details in there, but at least if you able really to summarize your design, the lengthy design, whatever that design, in a flow chart, in a diagram, it's really, this is actually strength point in the proposal. Okay, this is very important. Something about formatting, I believe all formatting, whatever you're gonna to do, I will not talk too much about this, but you follow whatever the university, if you're, for example, the formatting here, the university told you about the font size, the margin, the spacing, and all the things. So you just follow it as it is. We don't want to talk too much about it. This here in this slide, I want to just, it's sort of, it's a recommendation, guys. It's really important for whoever doesn't really use now citation software. Start to teach yourself, learn about how to use the citation software. There is a lot of there, but it's really helpful. First of all, to build up your proposal. Yes, your proposal will be in one style, all right? But it's gonna to really, you're gonna learn about the software and citation software starting from your proposal. It will make your life easy when you make the publication later on, when you prepare your thesis at the end, all right? And even your library starting from the proposal, it will be built and enlarged by step and step through going through the proposal. Now, this is in general structure for the proposal, starting from the title, abstract, introduction, literature review, aim or hypothesis, methodology, time management, conclusion, and bibliography. If you wanted to know, or I wanted to say, okay, how long is this? How many pages for introduction? How many pages for literature review, and so on? All these you will find it in the university guideline, which is, I'm not going to talk about it. I wanted to talk about what you wanted to write in each one. Okay, what is actually the most important, right? And that most important, guys, keep in mind always, it's change according to your research area, all right? So please keep in mind this while we're talking. Now, the first, we're starting with the title. Writing the title, I think it should be problem, but the problem with the title that most of the people sometimes writing the title and they don't really align the title with the aim. I read many either articles or even sometimes theses that they mention a nice title, sometimes catchy title, but when you read the aim, all right, there is some either missing information, something being done in the aim, all right, is not mentioned in the title. And here, guys, please, in the title, try to refrain from using the media title. You are in the academic institution, educational institution. You are not publishing an art, you are not publishing in a newspaper or magazine. Okay, so be scientific in your title. Your title has to be greatly, highly aligned with the aim, all right? Not in the method I'm talking. What is the main aim? Sometimes you have one aim, sometimes two or three, all right? Your title should be a reflection of what is in the aim. This is one of the easiest way how to really write the title. Okay, you look what I'm gonna to aim, my aim this and this, 1 2 3. So somehow you wanted to build the title to reflect, because it's really going to be annoying for examiner. Again, you are talking with them, the proposal will be sent to the examiner. The examiner will say whether this really qualified proposal or it's unqualified proposal, and then you make your life, either you make your life easy or not easy. Then make sure that you select the title in a proper way, all right, in scientific and academic way, not in the media or social media, all right, to attract more likes or more smiley or emojis and so on. So this guy in the scientific, someone who has a lot of work to do and he doesn't really bother himself in reading a proposal that it's not really in scientific or academic way. Okay. Second, start with the abstract, and for me, I would prefer to leave this part, okay, abstract, after we finish all the part. Nonetheless, as long we already mentioned it, in the abstract, usually in the abstract, by the way, you really carefully look to the words, not counting, I'm saying, not just only the counting, how you summarize your project, summarize your proposal in a very nice way. You show the aim, you give a brief introduction because you have a very limited wording, the methodology, and we talk the methodology, not how I'm gonna to measure a certain, for example, if I have sample, how I'm gonna to measure this or that. You need to talk about the design, the general flow, the phases, the major phases, the design, This is what I mean by methodology, not a specific parameter, measuring a specific parameter. All right. Or what is, for example, if you are in finance or education, you wanted to make a questionnaire, you don't mention the questionnaire. What is the major, the description about the questionnaire? All right. What is the methodology, the design, more than details of the methodology? Okay. So we start with the introduction. You start, then objective, clear objectives. So in the abstract, there is no space actually to justify, to talk about the justification. Okay, so there is just a very specific, very concise methodology, expected outcomes, whether this is, for example, application, expected application, interest to the world. This is the outcomes, you can say. Also some publication, if you're expecting some publication, and then a summarize statement, 2 or 3 statement about conclusion. All right. So this is what will be done about the abstract. So the abstract, 3-4 elements are really important to appear there. Definitely in the abstract, there is no result. This is different than the abstract in the article. All right. There's no result. There is no specific result, and no details about the method. You don't spend the whole abstract 300 word talking about how you're going to measure this sample or to assess this particular parameter or that particular. You need to spend more about aim, design, and outcomes. Usually, guys, in the introduction, somehow there's some very I can say interference between introduction and literature review. Some people, they think, okay, what is the my personal thought about introduction. Introduction, it's sort of a summary of the literature review and the aim. So you need to summarize that in 1 or 2 pages at the maximum. So you need to give some sort of clear, very clear justification and novelty of your project, that project you will do, the aim at the end. Okay. If you wanted to briefly talk about the design in the introduction, is totally fine. It's actually recommended. So maximum you're gonna to have, because if your proposal gonna to be sent for examiner, the examiner will look to, I think, on the first place. At the first place, the examiner will look to the title, then abstract. He will see the abstract with a really interesting to go ahead and to be examiner. All right. And then if he has more time, okay, you might go to the introduction to see more about this guy and how he's writing, and whether he really justify about his aim. Okay. He will not definitely go with the literature review, because he need to give him acceptance, whether he's gonna to be served as examiner or not. That's why he need to see these 3 elements as the first place. Okay, and this is why you, as someone gonna to prepare that proposal, you need to be careful when you prepare these 3 elements. So introduction, in order to differentiate it from literature review. In the introduction, yes, there is references. You might cite references, is fine, but you need to provide a very concise justification, novelty about your project, aim, and little bit about the design. In literature review here, as you see it, 3-4 pages in the proposal, which is opposite part in the thesis. At the end of the thesis, this is one of the bigger part, actually, literature review. So in literature review, again, all the serve is not just a matter, guys, of listing articles. All right, or all the you saw, for example, in one area we have 14,000 articles. Is not just a matter of listing. If you want to just even to cite these 14 articles, you will get more than 3-4 pages. Okay, so it's actually, you need to give a message in the literature review. First of all, you're gonna to give in the literature review here, you have more spaces. You wanted to give some definitions, some background about the topic itself, and focus in literature review. Focus while you are talking about what have been done on the same area, what have been carried out as the research. Always, please focus that you find you write about. For example, you mentioned this person, he done this and that in that area, and try to find, I mean, try to tell the reader that, okay, he did that, but still there is some work to be done on this and that. And he didn't this, I mean, try to find some drawbacks, as I mentioned here, drawbacks, critique, all right? Not really discuss his work. You don't wanna, this is a review, again, this is a proposal, not a literature review in the thesis. I know the space is very limited. So you need to mention, try to tell the reader that there is some work is being done, but in the same time, you want to somehow tell the reader as well that other work still need to be done. Still, for example, there is a problem. Maybe there is a problem in the design. Maybe there is a problem in their work. Maybe there is a problem in the method they have used. Okay. In other words, you are telling the examiner, look, this is could be my novelty. This is could be the novelty of my work, because in the proposal, we don't really tell the examiner, okay, the novelty of this project, this and this. No, you tell the novelty during in a flow way, in a flow in the literature review, in the introduction, while you write about the previous work, and then the same time shows what is missing in that previous work. And here, then you actually by default telling the reader or the examiner especially that this is what I'm gonna to complement, this is what I'm gonna to add. The proposal will be an adding value at this level and this level. Okay, so this and the literature review, please, yani, you need, while you are writing, you need to find out where is the missing part, where is the, and not sorry, yani, not just try to give any drawbacks. Okay, you need to give whatever missing in there that really related to your aim, really related to your topic. After you finish the literature review, definitely you're gonna to be clearly mentioned, because at the end of the literature review, you leave the reader that, okay, that there is a lot of issues, there is a lot of missing things, all right, or there is done have been work have been done in that direction, and now I need to go to other direction, or I need to move to other direction. This is, you mentioned it clearly in your aim. All right, aim clear and detailed, not just a general aim. Please, in the proposal, again, it's not a media, it's not a newspaper, it's not a magazine. You need to talk specifically aim, general aim, and specific aims. All right, that these specific aims, even it's gonna to give me, if I'm an examiner, it's gonna to give me indicator about even your design. It's gonna to give me indicator about your phases. For example, okay, my thesis, my proposal, it will be based on 3 phases, 4 phases, 5 phases, based on the aims. Okay, but the aims will be direct words that we will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now, how many aims you're gonna to get? How many? For example, phases. This is totally between you and your supervisor, and about the size of the work. There is no standard for this, guys. Some, I remember I had, I came across with the thesis, I think it was in physics or maybe engineering, I don't know. The whole thesis was about 60 pages only, even less. And it was worth, and even the university, that university, they approved it because of the novelty of the work and novelty of the idea itself. So it doesn't really, there is a measurement, all right, the number of aims like this and that. So it depends on the thesis. Master aims is different than PhD, all right? PhD, the aims need to be as well connected together. There is sequential. You not just do the aims, they are separately. They need to have some connection, all right? It's that probably the first aim related to the second, so the second depend on the first, the third depend on the second, and so on. There is some sort of connection. In the aims as well, you need to show the depth of the study, the depth of the proposal. So again, this is mainly your a very important element in the proposal, guys. Okay, and now as well, a very important part in the proposal is the design and methodology. In the methodology in the proposal, I don't, and even any examiner, they don't really expect from you to provide us very specific details about every single measurement you will do in your proposal. Or for example, if you have a questionnaire or if you have a tool, but they expect the very important part is the design, how the workflow, how for example, you have your design as a PhD, for example, you're going to work for 2.5 years, maybe 3 years, okay, working on the lab or working in the field or collecting data, gathering data, if you are in the humanities or in social sciences or economic, or making probably questionnaire or so on and so on. So different area, or you are in the lab. So they need to see what you're going to do in terms of designing of the work. And please, either to write the proposal itself or even to decide the topic. And after you decide the topic, consult a person expert in statistics. This is very important. This is really important. No shame on that. If you or your supervisor are not an expert in that area of statistics, it's really recommended. You don't need to come to the stage that you run all the experiments and you finish, and your thesis is about you're gonna to prepare your thesis, and your thesis submitted to the examiner, and there is major problem in the design. And this is actually all over the globe. In United States, for example, in many projects, when they submit, for example, for funding, they need to see one of the collaborator has an expertise, great expertise actually in statistics, which is sometimes he is not related really to the field. He's not, for example, in geology or in IT or maybe in not an area, for example, in medicine and so on, but he's an expert in statistics, and he's the one that revised the design, all right? Because the design is really important, and the design make it clear, going to give you a really clear idea, or give even the examiner a clear idea what is the steps of the project and how will gonna to be done. And each steps, for example, is being really revised by at statistical level, all right? This is very important. So please, in the methodology part, which is 1 to 2 pages, really utilize that to show the design, to show the flow of the work, not to talk about the details of the method itself, okay? Now, in this, actually here, according now, if you look to the university guideline about writing the proposal, they need you to talk about evaluation by half page or 1 page maximum. And in that evaluation, you wanna to discuss and to try, they wanted to actually, the university need you to provide them with how you're gonna to validate your work, how you're gonna to really evaluate whether your work it's worth to be funded and it's worth to be done, because they're gonna to spend more time. So they need to show that this person, you and your supervisor really able to evaluate your work. A very important also element, it is the timeline. I don't expect you can say or submit a proposal without timeline, and the timeline is really important for the milestones, the major part, how approximately, how not this definitely specifically with the date, all right, but at least, for example, for example, phase, it might take 3 to 4 months, 6 months. The second phase, maybe third phase will take about probably a year, and so on. So, and you need to be realistic. And again, as I said, when you actually selected the topic, you need to think about the topic on other dimensions as well: capabilities, facilities, and budget, and also the timing. As a PhD, you have 2 to 3 years. You can't design a project that needs 5 years. Okay, so not all the time that you can able to do everything. You can sometimes do something, and then some people will come after you and continue on the project, or continue doing other steps as well. So it's really important in the proposal to make a table, all right? Table listing the timeline of your project, shows the how the project and each step, not every single, I'm talking the major steps, the milestones, they call them the milestones, major step, how long it will take until. This is really going to be helpful for assessing the proposal. Very important thing to discuss about the risk that expected during the project. And this again can really, as you student, you might discuss it with your, because the examiner would like to see if there is any risk or not. For example, one of the risks may be for, let's say, technicians not available, expertise in the area might be not available, and how you going to manage it. All right, I will go and take a training in different center, and you can name the center that in order to cope up or cover that risk. Okay, so any type of risk, and can be discussed, but it is really nice and it's make value to the proposal. Data management, this is very important, especially when you have questionnaires and you have even sometimes data related to the human, ethical committees, especially if you have studies in a human, either questionnaire or even in animal studies. You need to really say clearly that there is, whether that you already got an ethical committee approval or you're going to submit it. This is very important. And this is again shows the examiner that this person who wrote the proposal really knows what he's doing. All right. Data you're going to collect, for example, a human, how you're going to manage it. Management, the data, it's mean where you're going to store it, under whose control, who's going to have an access for these data, who will save them, where you're going to save them, and all. Some of, to make it easy, you can follow the guideline from the graduate study. Guideline is clear about this and how you can manage it, who's going to have an access, who will keep these data for how long, and so on. Okay, in case you have such of a case of this in your proposal. As we said, lastly will be the conclusion. In the conclusion, definitely you don't have a result. In the conclusion, you talk about more elaboration about the importance of your project, all right, about the application, the future benefits, humanity, what will get benefit out of this, all right, what is the importance, application, and again, importance about this project, and probably briefly about the aim in the conclusion, as a conclusion. So you don't have a result to make a conclusion, but in the conclusion it's sort of summary, more or less, in the project, in the proposal, I'm talking, sorry, in the proposal, in order to show again the impact, all right, the impact about your project. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope it was a helpful workshop. I need to hear from you. If you have any question, probably we have 10 minutes to have any question? Is there any question, guys?
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you,
so much.
Saad. Thank you, my pleasure. Really appreciate it for hosting this.
Same wise.
I think Muhammad, yes, I'm talking with?
No, Abdurrahman.
Abdurrahman, I'm sorry, Abdurrahman.
Guys,
Thank you, Abdurrahman.
Thank you so much, Doctor. If you want to open the mic, guys, please raise your hands and I'll unmute you so you can ask questions if you want.
I really appreciate your comment, guys, and I hope it's unfortunate actually we just have it as an online. Usually I try to to push actually audiences to have more interactive, okay, because I don't really like it to be just one-way traffic. Nonetheless, this is the best we can do now. If you have any question, please let me know now. Otherwise, you can email me and we can have some discussion. I think, yes, it is recorded. So Mr. Abdurrahman can help you on this. So I think this is recorded by default.
Yes, this is recorded and we'll upload it on our YouTube channel, which is CGS_UAEU in 1 hour. So you can watch it later if you want.
I think even the slide, it will be there, but yes, I can make the PDF of the slide. I'll share it with Mr. Abdurrahman, and he will probably, if you ask him, he can email it to you or send it or share it with the rest.
Definitely, definitely.
My pleasure. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate your comments. Thank you. I will leave you now. Is that fine, Mr. Abdurrahman?
Yes, thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you for your time and efforts and hope to see you soon.
I really appreciate it. Many thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.